Ridiculous Crime is a production of iHeartRadio.
Zaron.
Yo, Elizabeth Dutton. How you doing, girl?
I'm good. You know what's ridiculous?
Oh, man, yes. I wanted to tell you about this. In 1983, this dude went to war against soft rock radio. Yeah, I know. It sounds wild, right? So just imagine this. A 20-year-old DJ, Sandy Shore, she was sitting there working the overnight shift. She's a DJ at K-Wave in Monterey, California. Mm-hmm. And it's like 2:50 in the morning. She's about to put on the next song. She picks out Men It Works. Who Can It Be Now? She's like, yeah, that's a nice jam. All of a sudden, she hears this noise outside the station. It's a shotgun blast. Boom! Right? 41-year-old Norbert Schenk has had enough.
Norbert.
So
Norbert.
The door to the radio station gets blasted open by a shotgun as the DJ, Sandy Shore, recalled, because I found a news report of this. She said, I thought I was going to die. The shots kept coming closer and closer. He was blowing up everything, right? So he's blasting his way into this radio station.
It's terrifying.
The shotgun blast abruptly stopped, right? The intruder has paused to reload, right? So DJ Sandy Shore, she jumps up from where she's hiding. She goes, please don't shoot me. And Norbert Schenk, he's like, oh, no, I won't. Then he politely hands her purse and just sends her on her way, right? So as soon as she flees the radio station, Norbert Schenk goes back to doing what he came there to do, which is redecorating the radio station with shotgun pellets, right? When cops arrive, they're like, bro, what the hell are you doing? And he calmly puts down his weapon and he explains why he came. And he's like, look, I just couldn't hear any more soft rock. And they're like, what are you talking about? Are you serious? You did this because of soft rock? He's like, yes. He's like looking at the cops. They're like, whoa. Now, Sandy Shore, just to put this all in perspective, she remembered, and I quote, the part that really got me was when he shot the record I was playing right off the air. So the last song at that moment was Never Say Die, which is this random UK soft rock song I had to look up.
That's so good. That is cool. That's ridiculous.
Right? Straight up ridiculous.
Do you want to know what else is ridiculous?
I love ridiculous.
Going home in a box while alive.
Ooh, this sounds confusing.
It is. This is Ridiculous Crime, a podcast about absurd and outrageous capers, heists, and cons. It is always 99% murder-free and 100% ridiculous.
You damn right.
Let's talk about trains.
Ooh.
Let's do that.
Yeah, can we get into that?
Trains of the choo-choo variety.
Ooh, I'm going to slip into something comfortable. I love this.
Who doesn't love trains? Villains.
Ooh, good point.
That's who.
Yeah.
Let's talk trains.
Okay. Lay it on me.
Trains? Mm-hmm. Can we talk about trains?
I want to get locomotive with you. Come on
first
now.
We got to talk about trains.
Okay.
So, trains.
I believe trains, and I will only say this once more, trains.
Where was I? Yes, trains.
Guys, go on.
The various train systems in Europe, amazing.
I've heard they're good.
Yeah.
I heard they like trains over there.
In the U.S., Amtrak is our train for
not
passenger
as good
travel.
For trains.
It does its best.
Oh, I love Amtrak, but it's not as good as European
No, we don't
Railway.
have the infrastructure for it. I mean, we used to.
Or the competition, frankly. I mean, they have all those companies.
Now, there was a time when in a lot of small rural towns all over the country, they had rail lines running to them for, passenger stuff, little depots and the whatnots.
Oh, totally.
Commercial rail.
And the whatnots.
Commercial rail is vital, getting goods places around the lower 48, right?
Totally.
And we see now, especially with like the labor issues that have been popping
it's a
up.
big story right now.
I feel like the rail system for supply chain stuff is kind of forgotten about, but it's essential.
You know that whole, like, if you bought it, a truck brought it? Well, before it got on the truck, a train brought it to the truck.
Right. And the working conditions for those rail workers, dang.
Oh, yeah.
It was a mess. Yeah. So we owe them a lot. Anyway. Back to trains.
Your favorite subject, trains. Go on.
One of my other favorite subjects is apparently Australia. We talk about Australia a lot.
By we, you mean you, right?
Right.
Yeah.
They have a pretty robust rail system. This whole show is just going to be me going country by country.
To talk about.
And like on a very surface level talking about trains with little or no knowledge about trains.
So Kenya, the train system in Kenya.
Mongolia, trains. Although there is that like trans-Mongolian railway, like, have you seen there's a documentary?
Talking about the Orient Express?
Sure. Where they go.
There's the Trans-Siberian. And
maybe that's it. Where they go to like Mongolia to China and then the tracks are different gauges and they have to shift it over.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Maybe I made it up.
I do know that making trails be on the same gauge is a big deal.
Well, that's Thank you, because that's what I'm getting at with
word.
Australia.
I'm here
This is
for you.
perfect. This is synchronicity. Okay, so in the middle of the last century,
Yes.
they unified the railway gauges in Australia.
Yeah.
And it kind of like broadened it out. So rail usage, commercial passenger,
So everything's
whatever,
standardized.
starts booming, right? And they need workers. So Australian railways started running ads in papers in the United Kingdom advertising jobs. And they sounded really good. They sounded awesome, Zaron.
So they're basically saying, look, we need conductors, engineers, ticket takers, like come to Australia.
Cargo dudes and
They
that
couldn't
kind of
get people
stuff.
from closer than, or did they want specifically UK people?
I don't know.
Okay.
Who knows? Pay was better than like similar gigs in the UK. The weather was better.
Oh, imagine.
And so the Australian government would pay for someone's flight over there, and then they would set them up with a job.
So we're talking like 1940s, 50s?
Mid-60s.
Okay.
And the new worker, though, they get set up with this job, but they had to stay for 2 years. And if they bailed out before then they had to pay for their own flight home, and they had to reimburse the government for the initial flight there.
Okay, so this is like my favorite TV show, Northern Exposure, but it's Southern Exposure.
Yes.
Okay.
And I would imagine that those tickets are kind of expensive and
I imagine.
cost prohibitive. That flight, by the way, from Heathrow to Sydney,
That's got to be long.
46 hours.
Oh,
46 hours.
40. It takes almost 2 full days.
There were 7 fueling service stops, right? Rome,
7. Okay.
Tehran, New Delhi, Singapore.
I was wondering where you go next. Okay.
Jakarta,
Okay.
Darwin,
Why Okay.
and then finally Sydney,
I didn't realize Jakarta was so far from Sydney.
I guess. And then from there, they had to get the workers to Melbourne.
Ah, Melbourne.
Yeah, that's another plane ride.
Yeah, I'm
So it's
figuring.
just
Or a
like-
train ride.
Yeah.
Hey, you see what I did
Ayo,
there? Hey.
zing. All right, so let's talk about trains. All right, so who's doing this kind of work?
The railroad work?
Yeah. Well, here, stop before you answer me. I want to.
The words forming.
Yeah, first I want to talk about trains.
Ah,
Okay, in the
trains.
60s, in the 1960s, the
Yes.
British economy kind of on the skids.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
they had
so
like
good.
student revolts and all that.
Well,
yeah.
there was like this major deindustrialization.
They stopped doing the fishing, right? And the
Yeah, well, I mean,
coal went
across the board. This
But they stopped building boats. All their traditional industries.
right, but they also
shrunk.
just like manufacturing really
Sure,
kind of
sure,
fell
like
apart.
internationally, everybody
And
was...
because manufacturing was moving east, basically.
Also,
and
you have
so,
at least America in the post-World War II period, America has an advantage because everybody's bombed out. So by the 60s, people have been building back, and now all of a sudden you have this robust Asia, you have like international competition.
Right.
I don't think they anticipated
No,
that.
and the thing is, the jobs that they were creating just didn't pay enough, or they required a really high level of skill that most workers didn't have.
So it's either like fish shop or build a computer.
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of like now you see ads that get roasted on social media where the company advertises for an entry-level position, but they want 5 years of experience. It's like that kind of thing. So the Brits can't keep up with manufacturing, although we saw that in this country too, a little bit later with like textiles and stuff going to the east.
Oh, yeah, in the 70s and with steel.
So it was just, this domino. There's this declining number of well-paying working-class jobs. That is never a good sign.
Yeah, it's always tough on an economy and a culture.
And then, but overseas, industry's booming. They need workers. So it's easy for someone in Britain to make a move to Australia because they're staying within the Commonwealth. So that's who's doing this work. I'm going to give you a particular case study here.
Please do.
Caitlin on Instagram. She
Do I know her? You
She's
looked
your
at
friend.
me like, Caitlin on Instagram? Uh-huh.
Caitlin.
Go on.
Yeah, she
What's up?
told
How's
me
Kate
about
doing?
this.
Oh,
She
did
told
you?
me about this.
Nice. Thanks, Kate.
Yeah, she told you too, but you weren't listening. All right. So this is a particular case study. So I'm going to admit that this guy's a bit of an outlier as far as foreign workers going from the UK to Australia goes in 1964. But there's a crime involved, and we're a crime show, not just a train show. So
No matter how much you try.
here we go.
Not the ridiculous trains.
But first I need to talk to you about trains. All right. I want you to meet Brian Robson.
I see a train.
He's a train. He's part train, part boy. He was born in 1945 in Cardiff, Wales. He turned 18 at some point. 18 years after 1945, he starts working as a
I'm sorry. That's like me doing math. You just work it out.
Whatever, the 18 or the some such. He gets a job as a bus driver with the Western Wales Omnibus Company.
Classic.
It's a good job. He feels really lucky to have it. The year is now 1964. So he lives at home. He wants to move out since he doesn't really get along with his parents. That's an understatement. It's a really toxic relationship.
Okay.
And I'm laughing at it. So it's 64. He's 19 now. He's about to turn 19. He sees an ad in the paper, and it's advertising a job for the railway in Victoria, Australia.
Ah, they had jobs down there, I hear.
Yeah. Well, first of all, let me tell you a little bit something about trains.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Ridiculous trains.
Where's my anorak?
Yeah, we do some train spotting. So he thinks about it. Zaron,
Yes.
listen to me. He sees an ad in the paper.
My ears are
advertising a job about trains. And he thinks about it and figures, you know what? That's more money than I'm making right now.
Simple math.
And the weather's probably better. So away we go. He goes to the office. He walks to the office to give him a job. Why didn't he take the bus? But either way, he walked. Easy peasy. He goes and he gets the job. You had to be 19 to participate, though. So he had to wait a couple of months before they'd send him off. The night before his flight, he packed a suitcase and he counted all of his savings, which was 46 pounds.
Didn't take him long.
No, 46 seconds. He had one for every hour of the flight.
That's
So
cute.
that's about 880 pounds today in today's money. And under the current exchange rate, that makes it just under $1,000.
That is not much money to change continents with.
Yeah. Next morning, he gets up, he gets ready. As he's, boarding this 46-hour flight, he double checks his money and he finds that his dad has stolen about half of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now he's got like 23.
It's a good thing
See
you
that
left.
over here doing math?
You did it. He's got half of 46. Figure
So
that
like
out.
22, 4,
Something.
somewhere in there.
Half of 46. 46 over 2. So it's a good thing he's leaving. If your
Okay.
dad's going to rip off half of your meager savings,
Yeah, that you really need because you're changing continents. Yeah, I'm with him. That's
farewell.
toxic as all hell.
Fare thee well, Pops. So after about 2 days, Brian arrives in Melbourne. The railroad puts him up in a hostel, and he's like, this is disgusting. How dare you? He's so grossed out by the hostel. Whatever.
Is he kind of like a fancy boy?
No, but so it must have been really disgusting.
Oh.
He finds it difficult to make friends, and then just kind of overall is not into Australia. He's like, I'm just not, this isn't me.
It's just too rough and tumble for him?
He just disliked it. Didn't like it. I don't like it. He spends 8 days in Australia, and then he goes to the British consulate and is like, get me home. 8 days. He made 8 days.
How bad could Australia be? Was he just like...
He didn't like it. You're going to find this with Brian. He didn't like it.
He didn't like it. Like, that's enough.
Yeah, so he's like, hello, I don't like it. Can I go back to Wales?
Did he not talk to anyone who'd ever been to Australia before he went down there?
Apparently not.
He's just
no, he's
went blind.
He reads an ad.
Yeah,
he's like, this looks cool.
I'm into it.
I hate it where I am. But then he's like, well, I actually didn't hate it that much. So he goes there and they're like, okay, here's what we can do. Nothing. We can do nothing. Get out of here. So he finds other lodging. He's like, okay, maybe it's just the hostel isn't agreeing with me. Finds another place to live. Then he kind of bounces around various rooms. He tries to get work in a factory. But in Victoria, you had to be at least 20 years old. And he's only 19. He's only been there 8 days. And he just turned 19. He goes back
Why
to...
are these arbitrary? You can't get a job unless you're 20. You can't go down there unless you're 19. Where are they coming up with? Are they just throwing darts at ages?
It's the average sodium level in the body at those... I don't know.
That's just such bizarre
Totally.
ages. Go on, I'm sorry.
So he goes back to working on the railroad all the live long day.
Trains.
And he did make an Australian friend.
Oh, good. What's his Australian friend's name?
Bob.
Yes!
Bob.
My favorite name.
So
It's the funniest name in the world.
the two of them, they're loading mailbags for the Victoria Railways.
Just Brian and Bob doing their thing.
Brian absentmindedly picks up a piece of mail that had fallen, and then later at home he opened it and discovered a book of blank checks.
It's a
Totally
lot of
absentmindedly.
fortunate accidents for him.
Oops. Oh, I better just pocket this. Oh, and then I'll take it home and make
I should
sure.
open to see who it is written to.
But Brian and Bob, they both wanted out of rail life. They weren't into rail life.
It doesn't, maybe I don't know the working conditions they were dealing with at the time, but I mean, they had to have thought that like we're real. Maybe they're just shoveling coal and it's just so hot that that nobody told me about this.
Moving mailbags, yeah. They thought that they were going to be like choo choo. They're going to like need a conductor, they got a little hat.
They just got to pull something
whistle,
and a whistle goes,
and everyone's going to wave at them and they're going to feel really special. And instead, they're just stealing checkbooks.
They got to pull the hooks of the water tower dumps water. Just all the fun
None
stuff.
of the fun stuff.
Uh-huh.
None of the fun stuff. So they want out of railing.
Okay.
They quit their jobs and they make their way to Darwin, which is like 2,500 miles away. I don't know how many meters that is, but it's 2,500 miles. Speak American. I'm sorry, Australians. You know I love you.
Hey.
So they go to Darwin. Why Darwin? Well, this brain trust, this gruesome
Isn't that where they
twosome.
flew in, though, right?
Well, yeah, but then they went to Sydney.
Flight. Yeah, so he's like,
so it's like,
maybe they'll get me closer.
Well, no, these dudes, they thought that that's where all the ships to the UK left from.
Oh.
Listener, they did not.
That
is not where they left from. They left from Sydney, Perth, and Melbourne.
I was going to say, yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
the big port cities. But hey.
So right where they were. Okay. Anyway, they use the purloined checks.
So they don't ask any questions before they do stuff. It's just go.
I see it. That sounds good. Yeah. They use those purloined checks. They go from Melbourne to Sydney to a town in Queensland called Toowoomba. And that's where they decided then to hitchhike to Darwin, which is now about 2,000 miles away.
They're planning on hitchhiking 2,000 miles. That's most of the way across America. So basically like hitchhiking from, I don't know, Nevada to Maryland.
Sure.
That's awesome. That's a great plan.
Do it.
I want to see how that plays out for them.
Tell me. So as you can expect, as you're saying, it didn't go well. So eventually they go back to Sydney.
They turn around. Okay, go on.
Brian's got distant relatives in Sydney. So he, and then later Bob.
My dude.
Who, they used the checks. Bob used the checks to like get flights back to Sydney.
Okay, so now they're doing bank fraud, but go on.
So those two, they get jobs in Sydney. And then a family friend was headed back to the UK. A family friend of Brian's was headed back to the UK on a ship called the Southern Cross. That held 1,200 passengers. So this family friend is like, hey, Brian, Bob, check this out. Why don't you just stow away and then you can stay in my cabin?
You guys love good plans.
You love thinking things through. Yeah. So it's like a 40-day boat ride.
Oh, God.
40 days in the desert. Brian's like, all right. I never met an idiotic plan I didn't love. Let's do this, Bob. Bob's like, oh, hold on. Hold on. No.
Bob can do math. He's like, 40 days. That's
40
long.
days. You say, I'm going to be able to sleep in your cabin. Wait a second. I'm not from the UK. I'm Australian. How did I get wrapped up in this? So Brian, he gets on board. He gets a visitor's pass. Like, I'm just going to go say goodbye to my 15th cousin, Ricky.
We love each other.
And then he hides and stays on board. Here's what the family friend didn't realize. That his cabin had 7 other people in it. And there was no room for him as a stowaway.
Wait a minute.
This man thought that he was like in first class with like a balcony and he was going to come back to his room and there would be swans folded out of towels on his bed.
Chocolate on his pillow. Yeah. How does somebody not know that 7 other people are going to be staying in your cabin? What kind of deal was he getting?
Something in this family.
I'm telling you, this is a family trait.
Like,
they don't ask any questions. They just show up places.
P.S. I'm in steerage for 40 days.
Exactly. I'm in standing room only.
So there's 8 people in this, including the relative. Yeah. Now there's 9. So, of course, they caught him immediately.
This is the worst Marx Brothers movie ever.
And the captain's like, please, you got to get off my boat. And Brian's like, no, please, I'll work. I'll wash dishes.
Has the boat left the harbor?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're at sea.
Yeah,
okay,
and the captain's like, no, please, you're an idiot. Get off of this boat.
You'll doom us all.
They let him deboard without punishment. They're like, we'll get you off this thing at Wellington. But that's 4 days away. That's the first port of call. So he gets in contact. He gets to Wellington, calls his family in Sydney. They bought a flight to get him back to Sydney. Gets his old job back, paid back the cost of his flight to his family. So now he's in Sydney. He's once again working on the railroad all the livelong day. And one day he's taking a break and he's reading a newspaper.
John Henry Times.
That he probably stole from someone. He reads an article and that plants a seed in his homesick brain, a potential plan.
This guy in the newspaper and everything's like, oh, look at that. I'm doing that. He must be like what advertisers dream of.
They're like, yes, we got him. Well, when we come back from this break, I'm going to talk you through how Brian worked his way toward this plan with a little trouble on the way.
Yes.
All right, Zaron, we're back.
Yes, I was about to ask you about trains.
Well, I wanted to talk to you today about trains.
Excellent. We coordinated well on that.
We did. When we left off, we were talking about trains.
Well, our favorite subject.
Welshman Brian Robson.
Ah, yes, my favorite dumb bunny.
Yeah. He's stuck in Australia.
Because he listens to anything he reads.
He sees it in the paper. Great idea. He's in Sydney. He's made his way. Remember, he gets dumped off.
Yeah, he makes it to Darwin, then he doubles back because he's like, oh, there's no boats here. They're like, yeah, they're where you left.
No. Then he jumped on the boat and they dumped him in Wellington when they're like, get off of my boat.
Oh, right. Yes.
Right. I mean, it was a long ad break, but it wasn't that long, Zaron. So he gets back to Sydney, and Bob, remember his friend Bob, who's like, that's a stupid idea to go
My man Bob.
away.
Bob's your uncle.
Yeah. So Brian goes back, hangs out with Bob. Bob's like freaking out.
Like, oh, man, I missed you.
And trains. He's like, I missed you.
We should go train watching together
I missed
sometime.
you so much, Brian, but at the same time, we stole checks and they're going to come and get us. I just know it. He's freaking out. He's like, they're onto us. Brian, let's run away. So they did. They went back to Queensland.
Let's run away.
And then where do they want to go? Darwin.
Probably
Why?
where they've been.
Why? Who knows? I have no idea why they're so desperate to get to Darwin.
Good train spotting there.
I guess. So they again, it doesn't work. They don't make it. They run out of money. They run out of options.
They run out of luck.
They spend a night with an uncle of Bob's, and that's not a euphemism.
Bob's your uncle and uncle of Bob? Sounds
Well,
dirty.
they're like, they stop at Bob's uncle's place, and they're like, he's like, where are you two going? Just, bumming around.
It's like, nephew Bob, how are things?
So Bob's uncle is like, this is sketchy. Calls up, beep, boop, boop, beep. Bob's dad. Hey, Bob's dad. Look,
Yes, Bob's uncle?
Bob's in a heap of trouble.
Tell me more.
So he, Bob's father is called. Bob's father, not thrilled. Not happy. He comes and he picks up both Bob and Brian. He's like, you're coming with me. But you know what he did? He drove a little bit and then he left Brian at the side of the road near a town called Newcastle.
Wait, he's like, I'm picking him up, and then like, you need to get out.
He got in the car with him and was like, oh,
I can't take this guy.
All right,
Every
where's the
hat
next
he's
town?
heard.
Newcastle. Oh, this is your stop. Boot, kicks him out, cold-blooded. So he's alone and he's broke in Newcastle. He has an episode of self-harm, winds up in the hospital.
Okay.
The doctor there says, you know what? I'm going to suggest repatriation for you. And then once you're recovered, we're going to help you find housing.
Oh, it's really kind
So
of
she can suggest repatriation, but it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But they did find him a place to live. And then he gets a job in a steel mill. So, things are coming up Brian, right? However, after about a month, Bob's prediction comes true. Brian was, in fact, arrested for writing bad checks. And they sent him to Brisbane,
Ooh.
and he's sentenced to 60 days in jail.
Oh, it's not as bad as I thought.
Well, it's free housing. Yeah. Brian, later on, much later on, last year, Brian wrote a book about his life called The Crate Escape.
Get out.
No, I will not.
The Crate
Escape.
That's really punny.
I'm giving things away by telling you the title. Spoiler alert. So just forget I said the name of the book. Whatever, who cares? Anyway, in this book.
What book? Whatever.
Yeah, the book. Brian said that he and some of the fellow prisoners tried to escape from the jail, but their plan was poorly thought out.
No.
And they couldn't even get out of their cells.
Elizabeth, could you do me a favor? Could you take a picture of my face? I'd like to see what I look like when I'm shocked.
Surprise! But here's the thing, the guards were none the wiser. The guards had no idea. But they never got out of the cells. So basically, they were just planning.
They were just talking.
We was just talking. Anyway, so initially, he was told by a guard that he was going to get deported. He's like, that's amazing.
Perfect.
Yes. Like pumps his fist, like does a little dance. But then he finds out, no, they were mistaken. You're not going to get deported.
You're being re-imported.
Well, please note, the Australian government later said, you know what, you were supposed to be deported. But Brian didn't get deported because he neglected to report to the proper department.
Wait a minute. So he messes up yet again?
Yeah, he messes up his own deportation,
So
which
the
is what
only thing he wants.
All he wants.
Everything he's crossing the country for, getting on boats, ignoring his training obligations.
Zaron, this is why we pay attention to paperwork. This is why we read things.
Is there a mouse in your pocket?
Yes.
Because I am Brian, if ever there
I
were
have like
one.
6 mice in my pocket right now. It's super uncomfortable, but just bear with me. And they want to talk about trains. So, yeah, he just didn't show up to the right place. So he doesn't get to be deported. Poor planning, lack of follow through.
Yes.
The Bryant story.
And didn't read the fine print.
Yeah, he gets released from the Brisbane jail on April 27th, 1965, almost a year after he's arrived. So
He's going to do his 2 years there.
move across the planet, get a job, quit the job, do crimes, go to jail, all within a year. It's impressive.
He deserves his own show.
He didn't know what to do when he got out of jail. So, Zaron, I want to talk to you about trains. He got on a train.
Yes.
He goes back to Melbourne.
Tell me more.
And he gets a job at a paper mill.
Can we go back to the train?
He's still determined to leave Australia. So his salary is about £30 a month.
Okay.
And by leaving early, he'd still owe the Australian government around £400 for his flight over. So purchasing a flight home for an additional $310 out of the question.
Yeah.
It's basically indentured servitude at this point. So out of boredom, he visits the hostel that he hated so much.
Another great plan of his.
You know, you're bored. You're like, I wish
could
I
go
had something
somewhere.
to do. Let's go somewhere I hate.
What's somewhere I've been that sucked?
What's disgusting? So he goes there. He's like, let me look. And he makes two friends.
He's like one of those guys who's like, oh my God, this tastes rotten. Here, taste this. And he's like, yeah,
or no,
okay.
he's the guy who goes, oh my God, this
Yeah,
tastes
yeah.
rotten. Let me try again. Yeah, it's still pretty bad. Well, hold on. Oh yeah, that is bad. Oh, that is bad.
Oh, I finished it.
Oh, humdinger, that's bad. So he goes to this hostel and he's hanging out and he meets two guys, John and Paul. They're Irishmen.
Okay, thank you. I was so close to a question that was so obvious.
Giovanni Paolo Due. Yeah, so he meets John and Paul, not Ringo. So one day, the three boys, Brian, John, Paul, they decide to go to a British product exposition. You're bored. You're like, here are our choices. We can go to the hostel,
That
or we
sucks.
can go to a British product exposition, which must make Brian super homesick.
He's like, yeah, I want some tea
He's
and
all
biscuits.
marmalade. Okay, so one of the booths there, though, is for a company called Pickford Removals, who they have a sign that said they can move anything anywhere.
Okay.
British product exposition.
I don't see how these relate, but
Well,
okay.
I'm going to tell you. So,
No, but the thing is, you're a British product, and you're like, we make products go away. You're like,
basically. So Brian, he's like staring all dumbfounded at this display. And then he remembers something. The mouse in his pocket like bit him. And he,
Like,
and
wait
he
a
remembers all those months ago that he read in that newspaper about an Australian named Reg Spears who went from London to Perth in a wooden crate.
on purpose?
It was the Great Escape. Yeah, on purpose. A large animated light bulb appeared over Brian's head. The wattage low, flickering, but it was there,
Barely
Zaron.
attracting a
Yeah.
moth.
The following day, Brian, he goes to the Qantas offices and inquires about their freight costs and sizing. So he's pretending to be there asking on behalf of his company. He's like, I'm a businessman.
I was just
My name's
wondering.
Brian.
If there was a box about the size of an adult male,
How much would that cost? So the crate size restriction for cash on delivery packages in The Great Escape, per his book, is 36 inches by 24 inches by 18 inches.
I'm sorry, you said cash on delivery. He's sending himself to the UK on COD?
Yeah.
He's expecting someone to pay for his trip when he arrives?
Do they even
I
do
love
COD
this.
anymore? Like,
I think
remember on
so, yeah.
ads
It was
and
always,
they would
yeah.
always say, yeah, like send this or anyway, who
Actually,
cares?
no, I just bought something COD the other day from Uline, the industrial, like, brochure
course you
company.
did.
And then they told me, they're like, here's your invoice. And I was like, oh, I didn't do it on purpose. I thought I was like waiting to pay. And they're like, yeah,
Did
we'll
you-
send you. I'm like, okay,
Did
well,
you
I
have
hope
it
I pay
sent
that
to your
bill.
neighbor's house and then they don't know where you
I had to
live?
send to Brian Robson.
Care of. So yeah, he ships himself COD
love
and probably
that.
sticking it to his dad.
Yeah, I
Like,
was going
you
to say,
still-
send the bill to my pops.
Yeah. So Brian, he goes around. He's looking for something to make a crate. He goes to a timber yard.
Wait, he doesn't have a crate?
No, but he gets the measurements. He's like, all
gonna
right.
make his own crate.
So he gets a crate. He finds a crate at a timber yard, and then he goes to John and Paul. He's like, okay, guys, I have a plan.
And they
They're
look at
just
the
like,
box,
are
they
you
look at
kidding
him.
me? Yeah. So he it takes him a week to convince them of just begging
I
and
bet.
pleading. He's like, come on, think of the hostel.
Come on, guys, send me across the seas in a
well,
box.
Here's the thing, John, he's working at the Victorian Railways ticket office at
Mm-hmm.
this point. You know what's in that office?
Tickets?
Zaron, I want to talk to you today about trains. A typewriter and letterhead.
Ooh.
So,
you know what you can do with those?
Yeah, type. John prepares the paperwork necessary to send the box to Heathrow.
Okay.
So he types everything up. They decided to list the materials inside as, quote, mainframe computer parts for repair.
Did they think that would just get through customs?
They thought that no one knew.
No one will check that?
They said, quote, nobody knew much about computers, ourselves included, and so some nosy official was less likely to poke his nose around inside the box.
Okay.
So he's like, I don't know anything.
I'll take your word for it.
I don't know anything about it. No one else must.
Yeah, I don't ask questions. So
I know
think
everything.
And so ask questions.
So
Who asks questions these days?
He prepares the box.
Oh,
He braids string together to make a rope.
For what?
He nailed that to the inside ends of the crate to act as a safety belt, like a seat belt.
So he doesn't get tossed around in the crate?
Like braids strings together.
What the hell? He doesn't put padding? I would think that maybe that would be the answer.
Well, and here's the thing. Brian had one possession in this world.
Oh, what was it?
His suitcase. I don't know. So, of course, he brought it with him. He was like, he said he brought a suitcase because it was his one possession in the world. That takes up a lot of room.
Totally. And it's not, whatever.
But, it was all he had to call his own. So he crammed it in there. I don't know what it's like to have just one thing to your name. So I can't judge, but I'm going to judge.
Okay.
Let it go. It's just stuff, Brian. Leave the suitcase. Take the cannoli.
Nice one.
Thank you.
Is there something in the suitcase that he was
I'm going to guess it's empty if that's the only thing he owns.
Dear departed mama. I mean, what could it possibly be that it's not like, I don't imagine this guy's a fashion plate. He doesn't sound like his clothes are owning him.
It's a very well-made suitcase. It'd be a shame to lose something like that.
Just tell me he brought food and water.
He brought other things. So they would technically also be the things that he owned in this world. He brings one bottle of water.
Get out
he
of
brings
town.
One empty bottle. I'm going to guess
the urine.
For pee-pee.
Is he planning on cycling these?
Zaron, the clinical term is pee-pee.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's going to, he'll
He's going to do the Australian tea making?
Yes. He brings one flashlight.
Uh-huh.
And a couple of biscuits.
Because he wants to do some reading in the crate?
Well, yeah, he does. He brings
God.
biscuits or cookies or whatever you want to call them.
Sure.
He brings a hammer.
To get himself out?
Yeah, so that he could escape from the crate once he arrived in London. He brings a pair of pliers to pull the nails out.
From the inside?
I don't know.
How did he build this crate?
He brings a blanket.
Okay, that's the first good thing other than the bottle of water.
His last thing, one book of Beatles songs as reading material.
Did John Paul give that him?
I think so.
Yeah, they're like, here you go, mate. You love this.
They're Irishmen. Don't pin that on them. All right, so he nails two signs, one that says this side up and the other one says handle with care. He nails them to the crate.
Okay.
And then Wednesday, May 12th, 1965, Paul, John.
Not Ringo.
No George and Ringo. And they help Brian get inside the crate.
Uh-huh.
Brian nails himself in.
How... I'm sorry. This just blows my mind. How do you... Did the nails pointing through the wood on the outside?
One would imagine.
And is somebody on the outside hammering those down? And someone's like, how did you hammer the nails from the inside?
Why didn't John and Paul nail him in? Then they sent him on a truck to the airport.
They didn't even take him to the airport? That's like...
No, that's cold. It's like they wouldn't even take him... They wouldn't take him to the airport.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just wow.
All right, so let's take a break and chill out to some ads, bro.
I'm going to need a break.
Just be cool.
This is insane.
When we come back, I'm going to let you know how Brian, king of the plans, fared in his new venture.
Oh my God.
Zaron.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Those ads were really good, right?
Oh my God. I just wish Brian could have heard them because he would have bought everything.
Well, they were like the palate cleansers that I needed. They gave me pep in my step. Zaron,
It put curl in my hair.
I want to talk to you today about trains.
Oh, hey, my favorite subject. And yours too.
Where was I? Brian. That's where I was.
Yes.
So Brian hatched a plan to get home, nailing and mailing.
Yes. Brain genius Brian Robson.
Nails himself inside a crate while in Australia, mails himself back to Wales. I just named his crime Nailing and Mailing.
I like it.
Nail and mail. He was inspired by, remember, Reg Spears,
Yeah.
the Australian.
Reg made it.
Reg made it. And like later on, Brian tried to act like he'd never heard of Reg Spears at the time, but he mentioned Reg Spears right after the whole incident. So it's like, come on, Brian, get it together. So something to keep in mind about Reg Spears is that his crate was much bigger than the one that Brian used.
I'm imagining Brian is in there like boxed up, knees by his chin.
Oh yeah, completely.
Yep. Okay.
Now Spears could stretch his legs out when he was sitting.
He had like a 1-bedroom apartment.
Well, and he's smart. He made it so that he could enter and exit the crate secretly. So like he had hinges.
Like he thought about what he was doing.
He could pop out for bio breaks during layovers.
Yeah, he didn't just have a empty bottle.
Not
and some...
old Brian. Brian nailed himself in there good.
Yes, good.
Planning.
And he had the hammer to, I don't know, unnail himself because the nails are going, whatever. I'm not going to go and do it.
So apparently, like, remember I told you the dimensions before? I forgot what they
36
were.
by 18.
Whatever.
It's all tiny.
Here's the size of his crate. Now, it's been reported as 3 different sizes, but this is probably the most likely because
we'll do the
it's
average.
Ballpark, close enough for government work, as I like to say. 30 inches by 26 inches by 38 inches.
Okay, so you...
That's like half a medium-sized dog crate.
Okay. That means if you're lying on your back, your knees are on your chest the entire time. You can't sit up. You can't roll over. You can basically maybe get on your side.
Maybe. So, May 12th.
Had he tried doing this for 24 hours before he decided, or maybe even an hour? Had he gotten in a box for an hour?
He has a suitcase.
Right. I forgot about the suitcase in case he needs to change clothes.
And then he's probably got all this stuff in the
wants to look his
suitcase.
best
How do
inside.
you open up the suitcase in there? Yeah. So, May 12th, 1965, Irish pals, John and Paul, they helped him seal himself inside.
I bet they were tickled as all hell.
Oh, yeah. And so this is May 12th.
Like, sure, this is going to work. Yeah, get in the box. Can't wait to see how this plays out.
We never liked that guy anyway. So May 12th,
Does he still owe you money?
They go. They make an agreement. If he doesn't get to London by May 17th, they're supposed to call the airline and ask what happened.
This is the dumbest plan ever.
I sent a package. Can you track it for me?
It's been 5 days, and I'm pretty sure it's dead. So could you check?
So they load him on a Qantas flight.
Oh, God.
He goes to Sydney. And unfortunately...
With his cookies, his bottle of water, his pee bucket, his suitcase, and his dreams of making it.
His flashlight and his book of Beatles lyrics.
Right. How could I forget the book of Beatles lyrics? His light reading.
They don't pay attention to the signs that he's
Did he
nailed.
include batteries? I get the idea he's in there.
No,
he's like,
probably not.
I should have brought batteries.
It's probably a crank one. Despite the signs he nailed to the outside of the crate, in Sydney, they set the crate upside down on the tarmac.
Did they obscure the signs so they couldn't see it?
Do you know how long he spent upside down?
Oh, God, I don't know.
22 hours.
Jesus. Oh, man.
22 hours.
You're like, I can't feel my feet. I can't feel my legs. I can't feel anything beneath my ribs.
This is what he wrote about it. Quote, "My neck began to get extremely painful and a headache set in. I tried to turn myself around and into a sitting position, but with the lack of space and my safety rope holding me in, it proved impossible."
My damn safety rope.
He's like torture device, got him strapped in there. And then, quote, "As the hours ticked by, things were getting worse, with my head feeling as if it would burst and my neck taking all my body weight, feeling that it was about to snap."
This poor
dumb
bunny.
So, it's cold and windy in the cargo hold.
Oh,
It's
God,
freezing.
I hadn't even thought about that part.
So
he's freezing the entire time, too.
Yeah, he's expecting to be put on his flight to the UK with various stops, of course.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Unbeknownst to him, the flight is full. So they put him on a Pan Am flight to London. So the timeline's off.
Oh, no.
Yeah. He writes, quote, "As the drone of the engines went on, breathing became harder, and I soon learnt to suck the air in using short, sharp gulps." That was a tongue twister.
Are you kidding me? He's doing the Harlem Nights. Try Little Breast. Wow.
So after about an hour in the air, he's already like in crazy pain.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's half frozen. He's going
I'm
stiff.
sorry.
He can't breathe. I mean,
I'd be in pain after like 5 minutes on
I'm
the
in pain
ground.
listening.
Before like the first 5 minutes in the crate. I'd be like, ow, oh, my back. Oh, I ran out of water.
I would just kick my way out and be like, charge me. I don't care. I do not
swim
care.
home. So he spends the next approximately 4 days in the air with various stops, languages he does not recognize,
Urinating on himself.
pee-peeing
upside
on
down.
himself. He's eaten all the biscuits.
Oh.
So he writes, quote, I barely remembered the following landings or takeoffs. My whole body was racked with indescribable pain and my head was about to burst open. I didn't know if I was too hot or too cold, as it seemed to me that my temperature was changing by the minute. I was beginning to fall in and out of reality, forgetting where I was and what I was supposed to be doing.
Oh,
He's
my
just like having
God.
this weird rebirthing exercise. Don't forget that the cargo hold isn't pressurized.
No,
either.
exactly. He's hovering
So-
between life and death in an unpressurized cabin,
Yeah.
freezing half to death, can't feel his feet, and he's going, am I still Brian?
Well, and then he tells the press later that during the last 5 or 6 hours of his trip, he thought he was going to die.
I'm
I'd say it was
sure of
probably
it.
for the bulk of the 5 days or whatever it was. So it feels like an eternity. Finally, the plane is landing once again. He thinks, I've got to be in London. Like this, I've been on this thing for
And
so
this is
long.
all to save like $400, right?
Yeah.
just keeping this in mind.
Yes. All to save $400.
Okay.
So he thinks he's going to die. He can't do a 2-year stint on the railroad, working on the railroad.
I'm saying, bro, like your evaluation of what you can and can't do is so skewed.
So he thinks he's in London. He's like, I got to get out of this crate. So wherever I am, I'm pretty sure I'm in London, but I got to get out of this. Especially if I'm in London, I got to split. Like I can't be found in this crate because God knows how long it'll take to get up to Cardiff, Wales.
Yeah.
So he thinks he's there. He gets his flashlight and he wants to check the time on his wristwatch.
Okay.
But his limbs...
What's it going to tell him?
It's going to tell him it's too late
He
for
doesn't
you,
know
pal.
what reality is, and he wants to know what time it is.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So his limbs were so frozen that all he managed to do is turn on the flashlight and then drop it.
Oh, God. And he's upside
Zaron.
down, so now it's like sitting in that puddle.
Zaron,
His own-
Zaron.
Yes, go ahead.
Close your eyes.
Oh, no.
No, you have to.
Okay, wait 1 second.
Close your eyes.
Okay.
I
My
want,
eyes are closed.
I want you to picture it.
All right, eyes are closed.
You are working at LAX.
Oh, thank God I'm the one worried.
Los Angeles International Airport. Welcome to your nightmare. I know you hate LAX, right? Don't you?
Yeah, LAX is a tough one because it's like, I don't ever want to be there, but ironically, I used to go there for fun. Like, so like, I understand
You know what?
Brian
No
Robson,
judgment.
all right?
No judgment. We'll just let you
Like,
keep
this
that
sucks.
secret.
I'm going back there.
You got a good gig unloading cargo at the airport.
Okay.
The job schedule gives you plenty of time to pursue your real passion in life, metal detecting.
The detectorist
That's
in me.
right. You are a detectorist.
Pretty much that and clogging. So
Yeah, that's it. That's your life. So you started out as like a beachcomber and you were finding shells and sea glass, but one day you stumbled upon a rare coin and you were hooked.
Oh, yes. It
So
sounds like me.
when you aren't at work, you're out scanning the sands of local beaches.
I can barely feel my elbow anymore.
You've helped surfers find their keys.
That actually did happen to me.
I know. You've stumbled upon jewelry and artifacts.
I thank you to that man who found my keys that morning. So, I don't know how I would have gotten home.
But here's the thing. You love finding the unexpected.
I do. I really
Yeah.
do.
So there you are. You're at your day job, unloading cargo. But even when you aren't out there with the detector in hand, you still have that detectorist instinct.
I'm a super observer.
Yeah. So you direct the forklift driver to move a crate of Vegemite over to the receiving dock.
I feel like there may be metal in there.
Yeah, it's probably. The forklift drives away and you hear a clunk.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Something's in there.
You look over into the dim cargo area to your right and you see a light. It's coming from one of the crates.
That's not right.
No, this is most unusual, Zaron. So you call
All
over
my years working.
your coworker Gary Hatch.
Gary, come on over here.
Gare Bear. You motion to the light coming through the slats. You're like, look,
Gare Bear, does that give you a scare?
it's magic. Gary goes over and he like peeks into the crate.
Good man, Gary.
There's a guy in there.
Is he excited about
He's
that?
all,
He's like,
Zaron,
dude, there's a guy in there.
There's a guy in there.
Let's let him
What
out.
are we going to do with him? So you both
We
kind of...
can pet him and feed him. And
You're both peeking through the slats and you watch silently. And you're like, how did a dead body get in this crate? But there's light in there. Then Brian coughs. He's alive. So you and the rest of the cargo crew area, like you all rip open the crate and you lift him out.
Cutting our hands on the nail ends.
Oh, yeah. Well, then you like see a hammer. You borrow his hammer. So you set
Do you
it.
mind if I use that, mate?
He's all. You set him down on the ground and you try and straighten out his legs, but they keep folding back up into his chest. He's like a broken Murphy bed. So in total,
You know, like when people hold your arms down for like 2 minutes
then
and
they
they'll let you fly
up.
back
That's
up.
Brian.
That's his legs.
That's Brian. In total, Brian had been in the crate for about 5.5 days.
Ooh,
And
boy.
that's way longer than the 36 to 48 hours he expected.
Yeah, my chiropractor would not recommend that.
No. Pretty soon, FBI, airport security, LAPD, officials from Pan Am and American Airlines, and an ambulance, and the press, they all arrive all at once.
Big carpool.
Yeah. Brian gets transported to the prison ward of LA County General Hospital. And then a few days
Do you
after...
think he's like an IRA bomber? Like, what's the
I don't
deal?
know what they're just like, this is shady. This has got to be breaking some sort of law.
Something's wrong
Put
here.
him in county general, and then we'll see. We'll deal with him when we can unfold him. So they give him like a few days of physical therapy of just rubbing on him, and then he's able to move his limbs again.
I can feel my
Hooray.
feet.
And then after that, like a few days later, then he's able to speak. This whole time, he's just
I
all
shouldn't be laughing
like
as
he's
hard
just
as I am.
chattering teeth. All he does is chatter teeth, and they're trying to see if it's like Morse code. He gets questioned by the FBI. They're like, "Oh, he can talk. Get in there." He was like, "You guys, I'm not a spy." They're like, "We 100% believe you. You are a moron."
No one thought
No,
that, sir.
what spy on God's green earth would do this? No. And then they swatted him with a newspaper. So, like, come on. So he does a series of interviews for the press. He also does a joint interview with his very surprised parents in Wales via satellite.
Forgot about them.
Yeah.
But that was fun.
They exist. He tells the press he feels terrible
I bet he
about this
does.
whole thing. And he said he intended to repay the airlines for his trip. And did they
I
take
got
a
lost.
check in
I
someone
wandered
else's
into-
name?
I got these checks if you have a pen.
So the press like picks up the story, right? The Australian government announces that because of his, quote, unsatisfactory record in Australia, it had already been decided to, quote, offer him free transportation to Wales. He left before learning of the decision. So again, first he misses his deportation, and then they're like, you know what? You are just a
We'll
loss.
send you to your personal
You
home.
are a drain on us.
We will get you to your parents'
Let's
house.
make you Wales'
Where did
problem.
he go?
Yeah.
Oh, he's nailed himself into a box.
So Brian said that the FBI told him it was up to Pan Am, who was obligated to deal with him, to decide if they were going to send him back to Australia or if they were going to fly him to London. Australia's like, no.
No backseats.
No.
No backseats.
Sorry, we're closed. So fortunately, Pan Am's like, we'll take him to London. According to Brian, the FBI agent asked him to reenact learning he was headed home at a press conference and then thank the FBI publicly for their work. They're like, okay, let's just take it from the top. Okay, places.
First positions, everybody.
And Brian, you're excited. Go. So
Brian, wait, what's your motivation? Remember?
he's like,
Get home.
Get home. Don't like it. Get home.
And trains.
Brian gets to London May 18th, 1965 on a first-class ticket.
Finally.
Yeah. And you know what he didn't have, though?
His luggage.
A passport.
They wouldn't let him in
Because
the country.
he was never issued a passport in the first place to go to Australia. They gave him an Australian ID card. So when he went from England to Australia, no passport.
No paperwork.
Yeah, no papers. So he gets to London, no passport. The immigration officials asked him what he said, quote, 4 or 5 questions, such as where I was born, what color were the buses in Cardiff, and how I got from place A to place B.
Interesting question. What color are the buses in Cardiff?
Yeah. And he was like, I don't know, dude. I don't
He
green.
doesn't know.
No, he knew. He drove him.
I was going to say, it's like that, bro, you worked
He just
there.
guessed, and he guessed right. So he was let in. Some Australian officials wanted to proceed with legal action against him, but he was never charged with anything. Again, they're like, you're wasting our time and money.
Yeah,
you're the UK's problem now.
How would they punish him worse than him being in a box for 5 days upside down?
He's going to punish himself, right?
He's covered.
So guess what? He gets his old job as a bus conductor back. And,
they're like, we want this guy back.
But he ends up quitting because he, quote, got fed up with the passengers asking him if he was, quote, that bloke from Australia. Does Brian just not like work?
Never met a job he liked.
No. So he told CNN in 2021 that after he returned to Wales...
Wait, did you say 2021?
Oh, yeah.
This was 1965.
Yeah. Strap in. It gets
Wait
good.
a minute.
So,
he's still telling this story.
Still talking about it. So he said that after he got back to Wales, he did go on to have, quote, a family and lead a quiet and happy life in the UK. Mm-hmm. So whatever, he pulled it together.
Way to go, Brian.
He said that when he got back to Wales, he wrote to John and Paul, but they never got a response.
Did he know their addresses? He just sent it to John and Paul, care of Australia.
Yeah, exactly. So Brian published The Great Escape in 2021. That's why he was on CNN.
Wow.
Lots of media attention. The Irish Times did a big piece on it, and they mentioned that Brian was still looking for his Irish pals. Guess what? No one showed up. No, I'm kidding. One of them surfaced. We don't know which one because he wanted to remain anonymous.
So it was either John or Paul.
Yeah.
We got a 50-50
We got a 50-50. So he said John or Paul, they never received any letters. Or so they say. But let's say they're telling the truth. Anyway, one of the guys emailed Brian after seeing all the media coverage. Brian's thrilled. He's also a little skeptical. So he pulls customs on him. He asked him 3 questions that only John or Paul would know. Mm-hmm. He got all 3 right, added even more insider intel.
Do you know what the questions? Did he mention the questions?
Where is the mole on my body?
What is my favorite job I've quit?
So he's like, what happened at the hostel?
Yeah. What did the hostel smell like? In 2 words or less.
So he gets it all right? So it turns out that the Irishman had moved back to Ireland a few years after Brian's escapade. His family knew about his involvement, like his wife, kids, grandkids. They knew that he was
that bloke from Australia.
He was the crate hammerer, but he swore them all to secrecy. So apparently John and Paul were really spooked by Brian getting caught, and they were terrified that they'd be brought in as accomplices. So they said they even moved so that they wouldn't have the same addresses, and that's why they didn't get the letters. It doesn't add up, does it?
Were they worried about human trafficking?
Well, here's the thing. Brian really didn't get in trouble, and it was like a media sensation.
Yeah, I don't see the threat.
That is going to bring me to a piece of pure speculation on my part.
Yes, I love pure Elizabeth speculation.
Were John and Paul running guns for the IRA?
That's where you go with it.
Well, it's a very facile and predictable conclusion, right?
And the Times, it fits the Times.
Fits the Times. And, just because they're Irish doesn't mean they were involved with the IRA.
Troubles,
yeah, but maybe.
But it would be cool
if they
were.
I don't know. The whole thing, it just doesn't add up. So whatever. Who cares?
That's it.
He found one of them. That's my speculation. So he finds one guy. Brian finds one guy. And that guy promises to try and track down the other. But he didn't know where he could be. Australia, Ireland, Hollywood. There are a lot of holes here, people. Zaron. This doesn't really make a lot of sense.
But I'd like to bring out something, though.
Trains. So here's Brian. He has a plan to move to another country and start a new life. Doesn't like it. He has a plan to mail himself home. Doesn't work out and he doesn't like it. He becomes a temporary celebrity thanks to his antics. Doesn't like it. Waits decades to find his old pal. Doesn't like it when he can't. Publishes a book about his exploits and gains temporary fame once again. Doesn't like it. Because he told the Irish Times, quote, "To be honest, I'd like it to stop now, the newspapers and interviews, and get back to my normal boring existence and perhaps go to the premiere of the movie."
Then why did you write the book?
The premiere of the movie.
Yeah.
He's working with
which he's going to hate. He's going to watch that. He's
totally.
Like, I can't believe they made that movie.
And now everyone's bothering me about it. Yeah, why'd you write a book if you don't want to? So he's working with a film production company on a project based on the book.
Okay.
And there's an article on irishcentral.com about Brian reuniting with the one pal.
Mm-hmm.
They provided his email address for anyone with information about the second date to contact. Should I read it out?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to send him emails tonight.
So it says at the end of the article, and this is like anyone can find it on the internet. I am not doxing this guy.
You didn't steal this address.
Maybe. No, I didn't. Quote, the friends or their relatives can contact Mr. Robson at brianpms@hotmail.com. I don't know what the PMS is. So that's where we are. What's your ridiculous takeaway?
Oh, you can't do that to me. I would like to start with my first, which is trains. There weren't enough trains in this story.
We got to talk about trains.
And secondly, oh man, this guy is the best. Like, he's one of those people that is like, they're dissatisfied, and then they're like, they go and they try something else, and they're dissatisfied, and then they go and they're dissatisfied again. They keep doing this, right? And you're like, maybe you should just stop and realize you'll never be satisfied. And now you can do whatever you want, knowing you'll never be satisfied.
Yeah, exactly.
Because otherwise, Brian, you just always be like, this is my new idea. And it's whatever the last person he talked to or read was. He's like, that sounds like the new thing for me. I'm like, do you see the problem here? You're so simple. You could just fool yourself. You don't need to invite others to fool you.
Well,
just tell yourself, I love whatever it is that you're doing, and never stop.
There it is. I think this just drives home the importance of thinking things through. Like, we've talked about how criminals wind up on this show because they don't think things through.
Yeah.
They thought about the crime itself, but not the ramifications. That's Brian.
Oh.
But like with everything, not just the crime. Mm-hmm. He's all impulse, no planning.
I'm not even convinced that he knows he's doing crimes.
No.
He's just trying to live.
Brian.
Just trying to be Brian.
Brian's going to Brian.
Yeah, I mean,
exactly. But
check
you know
out
what?
the big brains on Brian.
Don't be like Brian. That's my takeaway.
So wait, don't be like Brian.
Don't be like Brian.
Okay. Let me write
and
this
that's it.
down.
That's our moral of the story. You can find us online, Ridiculous Crime, on both Twitter, where the discourse is robust and entertaining.
Yeah, send us a crate.
And Instagram, where we post photos to supplement each episode and put silly references in the stories. Email us if you want to at ridiculouscrime@gmail.com, or you can email Brian at brianpms@hotmail.com.
Tell him about the show.
Yeah, no, don't tell him about this. This is our secret. Shh. Tune in next time. Ridiculous Crime is hosted by Elizabeth Dutton and Zaron Burnett. Produced and edited by cargo chief and unwitting human trafficker Dave Kustin. Research is by Victoria Rail Vice President of Logistics Marissa Brown. The theme song is by crafty gun runners Thomas Lee and Travis Dutton. Executive producers are hardened customs agents Ben Bolin and Noel Brown.
Ridiculous Crime.
Say it one more time.
Ridiculous Crime.
Ridiculous Crime is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.